Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? It is 2:08 p.m. and I thought, you know what? I'm going to try to vlog throughout the entire day today. So, if you watched yesterday's vlog, you know that Friday night I went to bed super early. I went to bed at like 10:30 and we went out to dinner to Red Robin with Alex's friend Sarah, and then we came home and I just went to bed. I was so tired. So, yeah. We were going to watch American Horror Story 1984, but we're saving it until Sunday. So, I went to bed, and then I slept the entire night. So, I got up this morning and did my vlog for yesterday. If you watched the vlog yesterday, you know that. So, anyway, I came back, and I was kind of tired, but not really, and I was thinking about going back to sleep, and then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do my meditations video now, and I'm gonna just like do my meditations in the morning and whatever now and stuff. So I filmed that video, and then I was like, I'm just gonna keep on filming videos. Like, I'm in a good mood. I made a cup of coffee on the Keurig, and I still haven't been to Starbucks yet. I'm on my way right now to Ruth's Cafe. I'm going to get a grandma's grilled cheese and some kind of soup. Usually I get their tomato soup, but they have some really great soups here. It just depends on what their soup of the day is. I'm gonna get that. So soup and a grilled cheese, cup of coffee and some water. And then I have some errands to run. And I filmed videos for all of my channels, and they are already posted. So that was really fun to be able to do all that and get that done early in the day. Imagine what would happen if I got up early every day. I would be unstoppable, wouldn't I? And, what else? What else? I want to go to Dick's Sporting Goods today. I want to see if they have another Champion sweatshirt, because I really like this. I got it at Meijer, but this was the only one. And then I also want to look at their North Face coats for fall and winter, because my last North Face coat I left in California when I was out in LA last year, so I need another one. And yeah, and then Alex is working until 4 and has a bunch of stuff he's doing, and then he's going to like this Oktoberfest house party tonight. He asked me if I wanted to go, but it's like a house party. It's not like a Halloween party. It's like, you know, they'll have like probably like, you know, a keg on the back patio and stuff like that. I just am like, that's not my thing. So I was like, I don't think so. And tonight is Woofstock, and so Alex is going to that. It's kind of like friends of theirs from high school that they know too, and he's going with his friend Sarah, and I think his friend Amy is going too, but I'm not sure. And then tonight is Woofstock, which is this fundraiser for Humane Society in Hamilton County. And Tanya goes to it every year and has like a booth and stuff. So she was like, you ought to come and just hang out with us. There's a concert and all kinds of stuff. So I'm thinking about actually doing that. And I called my sponsor earlier. This cart parked like halfway in this parking space. Oh my goodness. I called my sponsor earlier because I was going to see if she wanted to go. And she literally just called me back as I was walking out the door. And I was like, I don't have enough time to talk to her right now because I'm getting ready to go eat. So I will call her after I get done eating and see if she wants to go up with me to this little fall festival, dog festival, Woofstock. I'm kind of excited about that. So yeah, so I'm going in right now to go get this coffee. I'm gonna get coffee on my way out too, but I'm gonna get lunch. And then I also want to go to maybe Bed Bath & Beyond across the street and see if, I want to get some New Jersey sheets and kind of just see what their comforters are like and stuff like that. Although there's like this there's like this comforter that I want to get online. So, and it's not like super, super expensive. So I'm thinking about, I mean, it's expensive. It's like $100, but not super expensive for like a down comforter. And I think I could actually get something better online than in the store. So I just need to get some new sheets for our bed. I might go look at that, and yeah, just run around. I think I might go to the bookstore and stuff today. Have the whole afternoon to do whatever I want to do. Well, at least until Alex gets home, which is in a couple hours. So I've got 2 or 3 hours he'll be home by probably 5. He's like he's like dog sitting, not really dog sitting, but he's got to go let somebody's dog out that's like gone for the day or something like that. His girlfriend of his. So he's got to go do that. So he'll probably be home by 5 or 5:30, and yeah, so I've got like a couple hours to just run around and have fun and just do a bunch of nothing, and I'm excited. So, all right, I will be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. It's been a while, you guys. I went to Roost Cafe and I had my grilled cheese and my tomato soup. Hello. You want to be on my vlog? This is Alex's best friend, Sarah.
What's up?
You're a little Halloween-y tonight for the Oktoberfest.
No, I'm just inverted out black, okay?
I'm going to Woofstock. Woof, woof. It's right by, is it busy?
Callie for you to take her.
I should have let you, I could have parked at your apartment complex. Do you have a parking pass?
Yeah.
How do I park in there? What? Where?
Just pull the garage.
Do I need, okay.
Park it for 4 hours.
In the apartment, in the complex? Yeah, but the thing is it's gonna be so packed because of, is it packed right now? Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be anything. It's more for so like overnight. No, thank you. And I might need some tonight. So I don't know.
Oh, you might mean, okay. She's gonna swipe right tonight.
Right.
Have fun, man. Bye. So they're going to the Oktoberfest, and I am meeting up. You guys got to enjoy a little Sarah and Peter banter back and forth. She lives close to where this thing is that I'm going tonight, so I just thought I could use her parking pass, but she said it's not busy over there, so I know I'm gonna get there and it's gonna be like super busy. But anyway, I'm meeting up with my sponsor, and then she's bringing one of her sponsees that I have not met. It's kind of early in sobriety. And then Tanya's going, and Tanya's bringing one of our sober friends with her, because, well, Tanya's working it because she has like a booth. So, and then there's a concert at 8 o'clock. It is 7:24 right now. And there is a Elton John cover band. Oh my God, we're so excited. So, that is tonight. And actually, the Woofstock started at 7 o'clock. Let's see what. Okay. So Woofstock started at 7 o'clock and the concert starts at 8 o'clock, and I'm just kind of showing up when I want. So anyway, I went to Roost Cafe and I had a fantastic lunch. I have this stuff called lefse, which I think is like a Greek breakfast thing or dessert, and it's kind of like a crepe. And then you put butter on it and syrup and stuff, but I just love the taste of it. So it comes with like these two huge long rolls, and I ended up only like eating one of them. They were so delicious. And I love the fishes because they're so delicious. Do you remember that commercial back in the day? Anyway, and then I left there and talked to a friend of mine on the phone. Then I talked to my sponsor on the phone for a long time. And I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and I bought a Champion kind of like fall like rain jacket. It's like two-toned. It's like maroon on it's blue on the top and maroon on the bottom. I was gonna wear it tonight. It fits comfortably, but it's just a little snug. And I wanna be super comfortable tonight because it's supposed to drop. It's 68 right now, but it's like, Alex looked at me and he goes, baby, it's not hood, it's like not hood. He was like, babe, it's not hoodie weather yet. And I was like, it's supposed to be cool tonight though. And I was like, I wanted to wear one of these new sweatshirts. So, now I will probably, I don't know if Tanya will go with us or not because she has to like take down all of her stuff, but we'll probably go out to dinner or something later. So I brought my other new hoodie today. I got this new hoodie here. This Champion sweatshirt hoodie at Dick's Sporting Goods. And then I went to Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm really wanting to get new bedding for our bed. Like, our bedding is like old. Like, I literally have, like, we use like a blanket and then like, or like a comforter, and then we'll wash it and then we'll throw in another comforter while we're washing it and that kind of stuff. But like the comforter that I like the most is literally, I've had it since like my ex. And I was looking at it today and it's in pretty good shape, but I was like, I was like, dude, it's time to throw this away. Like, it's time to get new bedding. It's time, even though, you know what, it's so comfortable and it, like, I love it and it's worn in and all that stuff. I was like, it's time to get rid of this. Like, this is, we've had, you know, it's like we've had better weather or we've had better times. So it needs to go. And, okay, hold on a second. I am going to throw this cup out really quick. Hold on. If it's kind of like an old school thing, like for my mom or whatever, but like we wouldn't throw out sheets. Like we would just keep sheets forever. And we would just keep sheets forever. Like, you know, if we got new sheets, we wouldn't throw out the old sheets. We keep them, you know, and then if guests came to stay, they could just stay on the new sheets, you know, like on the couch or whatever. We have so many old sheets, you guys. It is ridiculous. And so I bought a new pair today of jersey sheets, these gray jersey sheets, and a new comforter. And I came straight home and pitched the stuff. I was like, it's gone. I just got to get it out of my face. And so, I mean, it's like not in bad shape to keep, but it's not in good enough shape that you would want to like give it away. You know what I mean? So anyway, or donate it. So I got gray jersey sheets from Bed Bath & Beyond, and then I was looking for a comforter. It is so dark in here all of a sudden. I was looking for a comforter. I want to get like a white down comforter, and then we want to get like different duvet covers, you know, like we want to get like a flannel one, and so we can switch them out. Sarah actually gave us one for a wedding present. We've never opened it. It's this beautiful duvet cover. It was from Crate & Barrel. I think it was from Crate & Barrel, yeah. And I'm getting coffee at Starbucks to take to this thing. So, but I want to get a comforter online. I see all of these different down comforters advertised online, and they look fantastic. So and they're like cheaper than what you would buy at the store. So, that's what I'm gonna do, is order one online and then start buying these like duvet covers for it.
Welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started for you?
Can I get a venti iced coffee with one equal, and I have my own cup?
You may. Hi Peter, you're kind of late today, aren't you?
I'm kind of what?
A little late today, aren't you?
Listen, better late than never.
Are you getting anything else today?
No, this is not a review video today, sadly, but you are on my vlog.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
You're working kind of late today.
I'm always here this late.
Well, better late than never, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'll see you here.
Okay. So I was looking through these comforters at Bed Bath & Beyond, right? Like I really wanted to get like a great comforter. Like just a comforter, not like, you know, like one that's like colored or like patterned or whatever. But I wanted it to be very minimalist. Okay, we have this gray patterned bed. So I wanted it to be like white. I would love to have all white bedding, but with 3 dogs, it's like, okay, they go through a rainstorm once outside and they're a little bit wet, and we've got to wash all of it, right? So I was looking around. Now, I have to tell you, one of the things I found out, did you guys know that UGG has an entire line of bedding, and it's really not that expensive, you guys. I was floored. Now, like some of their blankets and stuff, because I want one of those huge knitted blankets. You guys know what I'm talking about, where the yarn is like that thick. I want one of those so bad. And, we need it for a king size bed, okay? But I also don't think that it's probably like really great with 3 dogs as well. I mean, the bedding that I would have, the rugs that I would have on the floor, all of it for the furniture, are things I would be so different if I had dogs. Well, first of all, if we didn't have 3 dogs, I would not have any carpeting in the house whatsoever. I hate carpet. I think it's disgusting. But when we have to, for the dogs to run up and down the stairs, and then the traction on the stairs that we got all of that replaced, you know, I don't even know, the year that we got married, it's been 8 years. So we need to go like this. I said this, I don't want to do it in the fall or winter, because it's just, they're going to track all that stuff in there. So I was like, okay, next spring we're getting new flooring. And Alex was like, I want to get wood, because we have wood and slate in our whole house. We had all the carpet taken out that my mom had, and we put wood and slate in. And Alex was like, well, I want to get, like we even have slate down by our basement, like down by where the dogs sleep in the basement. And Alex was like, well, I want to get wood on the stairs instead of carpet. And I was like, I'm all down to have wood stairs, but the dogs can't run up and down wood stairs. They're too old, and I don't want one of them hurting themselves doing that, you know, and all of that kind of stuff. So, hold on a second. Okay. His boyfriend Jacob is in there, and he's being rude, and he's not paying attention to me. I'm like, oh, there he is. The other day I came in and he said I didn't have my hat on. Oh, I never see him without his hat on. And he said I didn't have my hat on. And so, like, because I actually did my hair one day. Tell him I have my hat on today. He was giving me a hard time about it the other day. Yeah, is it just the two of you in here closing it down?
No, we have, like, it's, I got you.
You don't have to do that.
It's too late.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I will take it.
I was going to say, that could be kind of a hot couple thing. Just close down the Starbucks together.
Yeah, neither of us have the authority to close this place down.
What are you guys doing tonight? Anything fun?
No, we both work tomorrow. So.
What time do you work tomorrow?
1 to close. I'm 1 to close like every day that I'm here.
Okay. I gotta text you because we're gonna do the video on Thursday. Can you do that possibly?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? You guys are so cute together.
He's annoyed with me today.
Why?
See what I mean?
Have fun. Bye. They're so sweet. There was this family next to me when I was eating lunch today. I just love cute families and cute couples. Like, I don't know, I just gives me a lot of hope for the world. You know what I mean? Like, you see enough people angry and fighting with each other. It's nice to see some families that get along and some couples that get along and all that kind of stuff, you know? So I was at lunch today. This couple walked in. They were actually probably a little bit younger than I was. I mean, anytime somebody has, like, a child that can actually talk, I just assume they're older than me, but that's just not the case. So this couple was probably, I would say, like, in their maybe, like, mid to later 30s. And real cute couple, and very sporty. Like, she had her hair back in a ponytail and, like, Lululemon on, you know. This was the fashion mall area, so they were dressed nice. And he had on, like, you know, a Columbia jacket and, like, a baseball hat, and she was like dark hair and freckles. He was like dark hair and freckles. And they had this kid who I couldn't, like, I'm so bad with age, but he probably, because his shirt said something about middle school. And, because he had like one of those, he had like a cross country, like he had run a cross country meet that morning and they were like talking about it. And, he was like, yeah, I wish my cross country meets were real early in the morning, like 5 or 6 on the weekends. I thought, holy hell, my God, I could never be a parent if I had to. And, so anyway, but it was funny because, like, it kind of reminded me a little bit of, like, how Caroline and her son David is with, like, Mike, their husband. Like, they all get along and joke with each other so well. And it was funny just sitting there listening to them. Like, the son was poking fun at the mom, but not, like, in a mean way. Like, she, like, took a bite of his food, and he just kind of stopped, and he looked at her, and he goes, oh, so you're gonna do that, huh, Mom? And she was like, yep, I'm gonna do that. And he goes, oh, okay. And then he, like, reached over and, like, dove into her food. It was real cute, you know? And I was like, this makes me so happy that there are, like, families and couples that get along out there like that. Like, I think sometimes I've done this myself. I've taken for granted what I have been given, you know, and I have forgotten how blessed I am or should be to have somebody, a partner in my life, family to spend my time with. Like, you know, whenever I talk about friends and family on here, I always get comments, you know, from people that are like, I don't have any family, I don't have any friends, you know, and but thank you for doing the video because, you know, you're like the person that I watch throughout the day, which is like a really powerful statement, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, it makes me sad for those people. I think everybody deserves to be able to have, you know, a person in their life and stuff like that. And, I don't know. So, yeah. That's it. Okay, but back to the comforter story. So I wanted to get a comforter and all this kind of stuff, and I wanted to wait and get the down comforter. Plus, Alex wants to like buy all the bedding together that we're gonna get for when we get the room done, which we're painting the room like this corpse gray. It's like a mix between like corpse gray and like a light, like a blue. Well, actually, the comforter that I got today is kind of that color. And then we're gonna keep like the black chair in the corner. We're getting new nightstands. We already picked out what we want to get. We just haven't bought the stuff is why. And then we have to have the room painted, and that's all we're gonna do. Or paint the room ourselves. We haven't decided which one we're gonna do yet. And I actually think what I'm gonna do is downstairs in the living room, you've probably seen it in the vlog or whatever. It's next to the long table in the living room. We have this like tall or like a secretary desk that was my mom's, and I don't want to get rid of it because I think like it would be really cool in like a high kind of warehouse place if we ever got that in Florida or whatever. It's kind of what we want, you know, like a high ceiling like loft. It would be cool in a place like that. But I'm thinking I would like to, because Alex wants to move the table over, and I'm thinking like I would kind of like to get an IKEA desk and make that corner over there all like my work area, and then get everything off the desk so we can actually use the dining room table as a dining room table, which I don't know why, because we hardly ever eat, like unless we get carry out sitting there, you know. But I thought that would be kind of nice, and we'd be all organized over there together, and then have my records and my record player and stuff. So then maybe move the secretary desk upstairs, which would actually kind of go a lot with the theme that we're thinking about doing upstairs. But I don't know that it's going to fit up there because I don't think the ceilings are high enough up there. We'd have to see. So anyway, but then I was thinking that if that were the case, we could use the secretary desk for like all of our accessories. Like we could use it like for all of our jewelry, all of our sunglasses, all of my hats, everything like that. And then that's what that desk could be for upstairs. Wouldn't that be kind of a cool use for that, you know? So, because right now we have it like all over the place. So yeah, so that's that. And then, oh, so I got this comforter. I was like looking around, and all the they're really nice comforters, but they were like patterned and stuff. And there was actually this blanket. They had a king size. It was a king size, like it said comforter. It was like a UGG comforter. But oh my god, he hit this guy on this moped. Oh my god. Hope he's okay. They looked like they were okay. They're just standing there. But it was really soft, like UGG shoes. But I was like, this is so hot for early fall in Indiana. I mean, early fall in Indiana, you can still get like some like 80-degree days, you know? 90-degree days we've had just this week. So I was looking around and I was looking around and I had it narrowed down to, I got the brand of these jersey sheets. I don't know what they're called. They're very natural looking. I can't remember. And I got those narrowed. So then I found a comforter that was the same brand, and I was getting it in gray. And I was like looking and whatever, and then all of a sudden I turned around and I saw these comforters, and they came in these really cool sacks that like, the sack was the same material as the comforter. And they like zip-locked over kind of thing, or you know, whatever. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. And so I got it. It's this like huge blue, very, very cool blue. I don't know how to explain the color of it. It's like the color of our patio furniture is what it is. And it's Kenneth Cole. Well, let me just tell you something, okay? I was like, I opened it, and I was like, oh, this is the one. I can see it in the bedroom. This is perfect for our bedroom. It's gonna be such perfection, right? I get it up there, and I knew this was gonna happen. It was the most expensive one I looked at. Because I looked, I couldn't find a price tag on it anywhere, right? So I get up there, all of the ones that I was looking at were like $119, $100, $129 was like the highest I looked at. This thing was almost $200, and I got up there and I was like, I didn't see one back there that I liked just as much as this one that I really, because I saw it and I like fell in love with this thing. So I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna pay the extra difference and get home. But I mean, we haven't bought bedding in forever, right? So I get home and I'm trying to surprise Alex. So I'm getting all the bedding together because he's like on his way home, and I wanted to like surprise him when he came home with like this, you know, fantastic new bed. So I get the bed together. I was like, oh my god, this looks so good. You guys are, I mean, I'll show you later in the vlog if I remember. If not, I'll try to show it tomorrow or Monday. It looks so good. Looks so good. So this comforter is like this thick, you guys. It's like, and it's like like stays that thick. The dogs like didn't even know what to do with it. It was so funny. Pee-Pee was like at the end of the night, like when we were getting ready to go, he was like trying to like make it into a little blanket. So I put a little blanket at the end of the bed so that he could like have his little place, but it was cute. And then Alex was watching it. He was like, I'm gonna watch an episode of a TV show. And I said, I'm gonna lay down for an hour. Like, this getting up early stuff is for the birds. Like, I am tired. So, I also went to the post office today earlier. So, I laid down for an hour. And Alex watched a TV show. And then I got up and I took a shower. My hair's all wet. I took a shower. And then I was gonna wear my stuff, but I looked on the weather thing and it was still like 70 at that point. It's 70 right now. And I was like, it's a little hot for a hoodie outside, which it is. So I wore this instead. And now I'm going to meet my sponsor and Tanya, and I'm excited. So that's about it. I hope the concert's not just an hour. Oh, I bought my ticket online too. Anyway, I am gonna get off here now, and I will be back a little bit later, and I'll fill you guys in. I would take the camera to the festival, to Woofstock, but there's gonna be a lot of music there, so it's just gonna copyright and then it won't let me play it. So anyway, I will be back later and I will tell you guys all about it. Bye. Okay, I'm back. Oh my God, I had such a blast tonight. So I met up with Tanya Jean and at Woofstock. Oh my God, right when I walked in, you guys, these two girls from Bloomington, Indiana, which is where Indiana University is. I have their names written down on my phone. Joanna. Shoot. Oh my God, their names were like J and J. Joanna and Lindsay, maybe? Joanna. I'll look it up in just a second. But anyway, they're both from IU, or Indy. They're both from Bloomington. They drove up to Woofstock, and they stopped me, and they were like, oh my God, we watch all your videos. And I stood there and talked to them for probably about 10 minutes. They were so sweet, you guys. They were so nice. And I introduced them to Tanya. And they got to meet my sponsor. My sponsor walked up, so they met her. But anyway, I'm sure they were so excited to meet the fine details of my life. But it was fun. I had a really good time. I hung out with Tanya and my sponsor, and then my sponsor brought one of her other sponsees. And Tanya had like two of the girls from the kennel working that I know real well. So they were there, and then Eric, her husband, was there, and we all went down and sat on this like picnic table. Like they had a booth, like that was right when you walked in, but then like a tent. But then we walked down, and there was this Elton John impersonator, or like, you know, cover band, but the guy that played piano and stuff sounded just like Elton John, and he looked like Elton John, and he had on like the outfit and stuff, and like the sequin jacket, and then he had like the hair done the same way. And so we sat up on this picnic table. It was pretty crowded, and they had like food trucks and stuff, and so we sat up there and we listened to the music and we talked and stuff. It was really fun. And then we all got kind of hungry, so my sponsor got a hot dog, and Tanya, I can't remember what Tanya got. I think she got, maybe she got a hot dog too. I like was starving, so they had like this Chinese food truck, and I got vegan fried rice and vegetable spring rolls and a Coke. It was so delicious. We sat on the picnic table. It was so fun. It was real cute. We hadn't done something like that in a long time, you know. And then we danced to the band, and yes, yours truly got out there and danced. There was like 10 women like out in front, and then like 5 middle grade or elementary school girls like that were dancing, and me. There was one other guy and his wife that they were out there dancing, you know, doing a little bit of this kind of thing. It was so much fun. We had such a good time. And my sponsor was like, it started to kind of like, we felt like little sprinkles like here and there, and I was like, is it supposed to rain? And she's like, I don't know, look on your radar thing. So I pulled up my weather on my phone, and she like hit the radar. She like reached over and hit the radar thing, and it was like big storm was coming in, it looked like. So I was like, okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm not gonna be hit by the storm, because I was parked like far away. I didn't know like how close I could get into parking, and I could have gotten in like really close, but I didn't know that, so I parked like far away. And So, what was I gonna say? I still some of my coffee left. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I didn't know like how close I could get in, so I parked like kind of like 3 streets over. So Tanya and her husband and the girls were like taking down like the tent and like packing everything up, and Eric's truck was parked like right in front. So like they were just loading up his truck and stuff. And so Tanya's like, I'm parked over by the food trucks, why don't you come with me and I'll take you to your car. And so I was like asking her, I was like, where's our sponsor? And she's like, I thought she was right behind you. And I was like, I thought she did too. She was too. And so we looked over, and it's like, at this point now, it's like raining, right? And we like looked over to the picnic table, and she wasn't there. And Tanya's like, well, she must have left. Like, but she would have left without saying goodbye to us. I mean, we literally thought she was right behind us, right? So it's like raining harder and harder. It's like starting to come down like really hard. And we're like booking it over to like Tanya's car, and like her husband had already left, and the other girls had already left. And we look, and my sponsor and my sponsor's sister are like the only ones with like one other person or 2 other people like underneath like where the stage is. There's like this cover thing, and they're like still dancing underneath there. Tanya started laughing. She's like, I'm not running up there through the rain and the muddy grass to say goodbye to her. So, but anyway, then Tanya took me in my car, and then I called my sponsor, and she was leaving. She's like, we got soaked. I was like, I know, that's why we left. And she was like, oh my God, I had so much fun. I go, well, I'm sorry I didn't get to say goodbye to you. She was like, well, we got soaked. She's so funny. So anyway, yeah, and she's going to the pumpkin patch tomorrow to get a bunch of pumpkins because she's having this big Halloween party. And we actually have 2 Halloween parties on the same night, because my friend Erin is having a Halloween party at the same time that my sponsor is. My sponsor starts an hour early, so I think Alex and I are going to go to that and stay for 2 hours, and then go to Erin's party and do both parties on the same night. We got to come up with a costume for it. Alex used to plan his costumes out like 2 months in advance, but he doesn't really do that anymore. I don't always dress up for Halloween, so I'll have to figure out what I want to be for Halloween, if I'm going to be anything. So anyway, yeah, it was fun. And then I came home and I let the pups out, and I lit some candle waxes. I had bought these woodwick candle waxes. Did I show them on here? I don't think I did. No, I showed them in my review video. And there was one called humidor, like where you keep like isn't that the thing that you keep the cigars in? And so it smelled like kind of like cigars and stuff. It smelled like really woodsy. And I put those in, and then I lit the blueberry cheesecake candle. Well, I didn't light it, but I had it on the candle warmer. The blueberry cheesecake, the whole house smelled so good. And I changed the comforter around, because when I put the comforter on, like the long end was like hanging almost to the floor, and the sides were really short to have the bottom at the end. So I took the tags off, and I like moved it like sideways, so now it's like perfect. It fits the bed perfectly, which I'm so happy. We have a California King bed, so sometimes like comforters don't fit our bed, and sheets don't fit our bed, and stuff like that, but the sheets fit perfectly, but they're jersey sheets. And then what else? Then I did a live stream, and I was on it for like an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 5 minutes. It was fun. I had a really good time. And we just talked about all kinds of stuff, and yeah, it was fun. And then I was watching these videos. Alex, so Alex found this song that he said reminds me of him. It's like, or it reminds him of us. It's by Andy Grammer. And then he found this edition of it where Andy Grammer sings with this like elementary school choir, and it's like SS22. You can look it up. It's SS22 choir. They have like tons of videos, and it's just like elementary school choir. And Alex was like, doesn't this one kid remind you of Carlitos? And it does remind me of Carlitos. It's real sweet. So it's like this elementary school choir, and this guy does like all popular music and has them sing it. But the thing that's really cool about it is that a lot of these musicians that are real famous, they come and they sing with the choir. So this choir has like their own YouTube channel, led by the director, and then he does like all these popular songs. He's done like a lot of like religious songs too, and like Christian songs, and there's a lot of Christmas songs on there, but like a lot of popular songs. So it was really cool, and I was like just sitting there laying in bed like watching a couple of those videos. It is a Kate Bush song, running up the hill. I love that song, whatever it's titled. But anyway, so I watched that, and then I talked to Alex for a couple minutes. He's still at his party. Because I was like laying there in bed, and I heard like Sarah like get dropped off and leave, and it was like I could hear the music from her car, and I like looked out, and she was like backing out, and I was like, is Alex home? Like he wasn't coming through the door. And so like I texted him like a couple minutes later, he didn't come inside, and I was like, what are you doing? So anyway, like we talked, and he was like, I'm still at the party. The party's like right around the corner from our street. It's literally like one street away from us. And he's there still with another friend of his, and Sarah was like ready to go home, so she went home about midnight. It's 1:26 right now. So he is staying there for a little bit longer, then he's gonna come home. Yeah, and that was about it. And then we are gonna probably go to brunch tomorrow. Well, I'm sure we'll go to brunch tomorrow, and then watch American Horror Story and stuff like that. It was funny, I was looking at my live stream, somebody asked me, they said, like, what's the first big video, like, what's the first video that you made that, like, got a lot of views? And so, like, I haven't done this. Like, I don't really know the last time I did this. I mean, it probably was maybe even, like, in all honesty, like 2 years ago, that I went back and looked at my very first videos to see, like, what they were. Oh my God, you guys, my thumbnails back then are so funny. I mean, my thumbnails are nothing great today, but, like, back then, they were horrific. And, it's so funny to go back and look at them and to see like the videos that I did, and this is on my Peter Monn channel, and I like did all kinds of different stuff. I like did rant videos and did magazine videos. I kind of forget that sometimes. You know, I would do little story times. I vlogged sometimes on that channel, and I did all kinds of stuff. I didn't just do drama on there, and I also did like mainstream gossip a lot too. Like I would talk about like stuff that was happening with the Kardashians sometimes, and all that kind of stuff. So I did a lot of magazine videos. I haven't done those anymore. People kind of after a while, like they loved them at first, and then like that where I would read through a magazine. People loved them at first, and then they were kind of like over them. And now I get a lot of requests for the magazine videos. I also get a lot of requests for me to do the Craigslist missed connections ads, but they're not super family friendly for YouTube anymore. So like those are hard to do. But that stuff was fun to do. I think I might do those in YouTube or YouNow live streams. I say I'm going to do that, then I never do. I'm trying to now, if you have your notifications on for me on my channels, which if you could do me a favor and you could like this video, please, I would appreciate it. And if you could also go look on the channels that you're subscribed to for me to see if you're still subscribed, because I'm getting so many comments from people and so many messages that are saying that people looked and they were unsubscribed to my channel. So if you could go look on your channels, I'd really, really appreciate that. But if you have your notifications set on for me, like when I go in to do a live stream, I'm going to start notifying it like on all of my channels. Like I think tonight I did it on my review channel, my drama channel, and I think I might have done it on my vlog channel. I think. My booktube channel, I don't usually do it unless it's just specific for books. And, you know, my Peterisms channel, I mean, like I don't do it over there, so. Because that's just about like the meditations and the story times and stuff like that. But anyway, I was like in the bathroom and I was like checking my contact, looking at my eye, and I had like my fanny pack and everything like sitting in the bathroom as I was leaving. And I have that cross stitch that was framed. I totally forget who sent it to me, but it's so fantastic. And it's like, it has the Serenity Prayer on it. No, it has the third step prayer on it. And then it has all these sayings around the edge of it that are, I showed it in my video when she sent it to me. And it has all of the recovery, like, mottos around the edge of it. And then it has my sobriety birthday at the top. It says December 17th, 1994. And then it says my name on it. And I see it every single day. Like, I was talking about this in my live stream. Somebody was asking me, like, if I had a hard time going to parties where people are drinking, and I don't really have a problem with that. I just don't like going when it starts getting really drunk. Like, I don't enjoy it, you know? Like, I find like there's no reason for me to be there at that point. But, you know, I always kind of find the people at the party that don't drink a lot, so it's never, like, really an issue for me. And by the time that you're at my age, like, you don't typically go to parties where there's tons and tons of drinking. Like, tonight, I thought it was going to be like that with this Alex thing, but then, like, he was sending me pictures, because he was like, it's going to be like an Oktoberfest. Like, people are going to be drinking a lot of beer and things like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was, you know, like, you're more than welcome to come. I just don't know that it's your kind of thing. And I was like, yeah, I don't really feel like it. Well, then I'm like, we're like texting back and forth from like when I was at Woofstock, and I'm like sending him like the stuff of us dancing and whatever, and it's like him and like Sarah and this other friend of theirs, and they're like sitting at this table and they're like eating like paper plates of food, and I'm like, y'all are old, okay? Like, that's what old people do at parties. Like, that's a recovery party. That's what we do at recovery parties. We sit around and eat food and talk. I was like, that is not the party that I thought it was gonna be. Anyway, I was like, you should have come with us. We had more fun. We were dancing and all kinds of stuff, but he was having a good time. He was showing me, like, FaceTiming me at the end that they were like playing this game, that they were playing this headbands game that Tanya and I used to play, but it's on your phone, I think, now, or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, he was having fun. But people were asking me about that in my live stream, like if I think about like drinking, and you know, like, it's funny because I hear people say, like, not on YouTube or anything like that, but like in my like personal recovery life, like I'll hear people say, like, there are days that go by and I don't even think about being an alcoholic or an addict. And Tanya and I were talking about that, and it's like, I don't think it, like, for either one of us, we were saying that neither one of us ever a day goes by that we don't like qualify, you know, like we don't think in our heads, okay, I'm an alcoholic and an addict. And I feel like I have like positive reminders around me all the time. I don't want to forget that I am. Like, that's the thing. I don't ever want to forget the journey that I've been on. I don't want to forget where I came from. I don't want to forget what I've gone through. I don't want to forget, you know, all of it. Like, I'm blessed for it, you know? And like that cross-stitch thing, I see it every single day, and it just like warms my heart so much. And it is such a great place to start my recovery. And I think, like, this is gonna sound crazy, but the fact that it has my sobriety date right at the top of it, like, is something that, like, every time I see it, I'm always like, and today was so weird. I was like, because, you know, we don't borrow time. Like, there's a saying, like, we don't borrow time in sobriety. So, like, my mom was a stickler for this, right? So what that meant was that if you had 364 days of sobriety, you had 364 days of sobriety. You did not have a year, okay? We don't borrow time. Meaning that that's also, like, it's not just about being, like, haughty. Like, oh, you don't have a year yet until tomorrow, which is the case, right? But it's really about staying in the present and, like, focusing on the present. Like, be appreciative and thankful for, you know, and grateful for the 364 days you have. You don't need to borrow another day, okay? You'll be there tomorrow if you make it, you know, be happy then. But I was seeing that, okay, on the heels of me saying that, like, my mom, so when my mom passed away, I met her sponsor, like, for the very first time at her funeral, and she wanted to give me her 13-year coin. Well, my mother was a month shy of being 13 years sober. And so I said to her, I said, no, I really appreciate it. I said, but my mom wouldn't. She was like, I thought maybe you'd want to bury your mom with it or something like that. And I said, no, I really, really appreciate that. But I said, I think I ended up keeping it or something. I don't even remember. But I said, I appreciate it. I said, but my mom wouldn't have liked that because she was such a stickler for, you know, which I thought it was kind of funny that she didn't know that. But I was like, she was just trying to do something nice. But, you know, I was like, yeah, my mom didn't, you know, she would always say we don't borrow time in the program. Because it's like a reminder of staying focused and staying where we're at, you know, in the present, and being, like, thankful for the present. I'm passing this church right here. It's so funny because this church to my left is like this, they just built a new one, and it's like off the interstate, and it's like this huge warehouse church, and tons of people in recovery go to that church. I feel like I hear about it all the time, and they always have like the t-shirts on at like meetings and stuff. But anyway, people are always like, do you want to go? I'm like, no, I'm good. But thank you for asking me. If I ever do, I'll let you know. But I was thinking today, or tonight, when I was like standing there in the mirror, I was like, it's crazy to me, you guys, that I'm, you know, like, 24 years. I was talking to this girl tonight, like my sponsor sister, she's been sober for like 2 years. And she's like, how long have you been sober? And I said, 24 years and 9 months. She's like, seriously? And I go, yeah. She's like, wow. And she's like, high-fived me. And I go, yeah, it's kind of bizarre sometimes. I said, you know, one of the things that we don't talk a lot about is how hard it is for the old timer, you know, like anything over 20 years is considered being an old timer. And we don't really talk about the difficulties of the old timer, you know, that, she asked me, she's like, well, what do you mean? And I said, like, well, like, one of the things I questioned between 15 and 20 years was, am I even an alcoholic or an addict? Or was I just a substance abuser early in my life? And maybe, you know, but like 12-year-old kids don't sit in their bedroom drinking alcohol and getting wasted, drunk, and blacking out. Like, that just doesn't happen. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that does. And, like, I didn't just end up in the rooms of recovery by mistake. I earned my seat there. And I have to, like, go through that tape, you know, or I did when I was, like, 15 to 20 years sober. But I was thinking to myself, you know, like, I am coming up, and this is why it's like, okay, I just said we don't borrow time, but then I was thinking this in my head. Like, I'm coming up on 25 years. A quarter of a century. A quarter of a century, you guys. Like, that is crazy. Like, there's a lot of people that watch my videos that were not even born when I got sober, you know? And I think about the fact that, like, I have been sober more than half of my life. I think what's weird about it is I still remember, like, my drinking days so much. Like, they don't seem like just yesterday, like, and they don't seem like that at all. They seem like distant, they do truly seem like distant memories. But, like, I remember them, you know, it's not like they seem like 50 years ago. Like, I feel like I remember them. I'm just very, very grateful for my life, and I feel very blessed to have the life that I do. And so, I love that cross-stitch thing that I have in my bathroom. I also have this picture in my bathroom downstairs that Autumn sent me a long, long, long time ago. And it is about a cardinal, because I always said that, like, my mom and I had said before she passed away that if she ever came back, that she would come in the form of a cardinal. I'm laughing because my dad later said, you and your mother would pick something that was so prevalent. And I go, what are you talking about? I said, that's your favorite bird, was a cardinal. I got, like, real defensive about it. And he goes, it's the state bird, Peter. He goes, it's literally everywhere, which it is. It is everywhere. I mean, you see them everywhere, right? And so, but, like, more so, like, if they're doing something different. And there's been a couple moments when, like, people, or there'll be a couple moments, like, when, like, a cardinal will come and fly, like, if I'm like, it's really weird when I'm filming sometimes, that, like, like, a cardinal will come right down in front of, like, where I'm filming and just stand there and, like, look inside. It's, like, really weird, because, like, I mean, they fly, like, in the between the trees and, like, the woods behind our house and stuff like that, but they don't, like, just, like, sit on our porch, you know, like, that very rarely happens. It's, like, going out of focus. So, it's interesting when they do that, you know, and I'm always like, but Autumn sent me this beautiful painting that, it says something on it about every time you see a cardinal, it's a sign from heaven, that somebody's thinking about you or something like that, and I love it, and I have it in there too, with my meditation books and stuff. We've been meaning to redo that bathroom. We've been meaning to do a lot to our house, but we've been meaning to redo that bathroom forever. I told Alex today, I said, listen, I said, I got up at 7:30, okay? I said, I was back at the house and was filming videos. I had videos for all 5 of my channels filmed, and I did long videos today, too, you know? I had my Peterisms video was like 20 minutes. It was over 20 minutes. I did a booktube video that was long. I mean, all of my videos were long today, and I did, you know, and I said, oh, I went to Walmart this morning, and I filmed 5 videos, had them up, ready to go, and posted by noon today. I didn't think I had them. I think I waited on my vlog to post it, but, that was so weird. That car was, like, behind me. It just, like, came up right behind me and then, like, went over there. Kind of scared me. Anyway, I was like, I have to clean out my closet. I have to do this. I have to clean out the basement. I was like, I have all these things I want to do. We've been meaning to sit down so that he can help me with this camera because I don't understand it. I have looked at this camera so many times and tried to figure out how to use this camera that he got me, and I still do not understand it. So he's like going to sit down and help me with it, and he said we would do it this weekend, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow because I don't know if I'm going to end up filming videos tomorrow. It just stopped. I didn't even realize I was at the end of it. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I won't film videos, or maybe I'll film just a few or something like that. I don't know. But I said to Alex tonight before he went to the party, like before we he was watching a show and I was laying down. We were standing in the kitchen, and I smell a skunk. And I said, I got up at 7:30 this morning because Alex is always like, if you got up earlier, you get so much done, right? And so I got up at 7:30 and this is where like couples get in tiffs about stupid stuff. So, okay, I got up at 7:30. I went and I finished my vlog. I went to Walmart. I came home. I filmed videos on all my channels. I had them all ready to go by noon. Was doing laundry at the same time, cleaned up the kitchen. I said, gave PBS medicine, did all that, took the dogs out several times. And I said, then when I got my videos up, I went and ate lunch at Ruth's Cafe. That was a half an hour, okay? Oh my God, my battery's about to die. Oh, I don't know if I have my other battery with me. I don't think I do. Oh, shoot. Do I have it? Well, I'm gonna have to pull off somewhere anyway if I do. Oh, and this next exit is closed, it says. Darn it. But anyway, I was like, if I don't have my other battery, you guys, this is just gonna end out of nowhere. I'm sorry, but that's just gonna have to be how it is. I was gonna try to do, oh, I do have it. Okay, so anyway, I was like, so when it stops, I'll just stop and I'll pull over and I'll change the battery because I've got to wait till the next exit anyway, so I'll just keep on talking until it stops. I said, listen, I went to lunch at Ruth's Cafe. I said, and then I talked to a friend on the phone and called my sponsor while I was running errands. That was while I went to Dick's Sporting Goods. And that was while I went to Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, I'm on the phone the whole time, right? Come back, and then I went to the post office. And then I took all the sheets off and made the new bed, got it all ready, took the dogs out, did all that stuff, right? And I said, Alex, I said, literally, and I looked at the clock and it was 5 o'clock, and I said, I don't know, like, where to find, I mean, I said, I'm exhausted, first of all, and I said, and then I've got to, like, get ready here in just a little bit to go meet up with Tanya, because he always does stuff like that in the evenings. I said, I said, I don't know, like, where I'm gonna start finding the time. Like, I'm starting to try to get my writing structured, by the way, I showed my first chapter in my live stream tonight. I didn't read it, I just showed it. So anyway, I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna find the time for all this stuff, And he goes, well, I mean, you did go to Ruth's Cafe for brunch. And I go, what? And he goes, I mean, you went to Ruth's Cafe and had brunch. And I go, so I'm not supposed to go and have brunch? And he goes, you just asked for suggestions? And he said, and I'm just trying to offer you suggestions to help. And I go, so I'm not supposed to eat lunch during the day? I said, let me get this straight. He's like, you're the one that said that you couldn't get all your stuff done. I said, no, I'm not understanding how I was so productive today, and yet getting up at 7:30, when to be honest with you, I can get up at noon and still get all that stuff done. So I'm like, I don't even know what the point is in getting up at 7:30. I don't think anything, honestly. But it was kind of nice to get up early this morning and be rested. So we got laughing so hard in the kitchen. He was like, then go eat. Then go eat the longest brunch you ever want to eat. Okay, I had to pull over the side of the road over here. You guys have no idea what I just went through. Okay. There's like, this is that spooky place out here. It's like a grain mill or something. So I had to go 2 exits to get to where I could pull over and replace the battery, which was this Red Roof Inn, or Red Roof Lodge, or whatever down there. And then I started vlogging. Or no, before that, I couldn't remember. Well, first of all, I couldn't find my honey lip balm, and it was down there. And so I'm like recording it and not even really talking and looking at that. But before that, I couldn't remember what I was talking about. So I like had to go back in and look and find out what I was talking about, which was just us being in the kitchen, which was stupid, and we were laughing, whatever. It just was, we just got laughing so hard about my lunch and my needing to have brunch today. But anyway, then I like started vlogging and I came out on the road, and literally like I'm 45 seconds into vlogging, like down the road, and Alex called because he just got home and was going to bed. So like I stopped the vlog and I was like, I'm just gonna start the vlog over. Like, this is stupid. So anyway, not the whole vlog, I'm just gonna start this part of it over. But anyway, so Alex is at home, he's with the pups, he's going to bed, took the dogs out and all that kind of stuff. And yeah. And I was talking about us being in the kitchen when the camera like shut off. I like looked over and it like just like literally like it pulled in and stopped and turned off. Like it just like that's when the battery died, it did that. I was like, oh, I guess the battery's dead. So anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do better time management. I'm gonna have to structure my time better and figure it out. Maybe less naps, I guess. I don't know. Like, have to figure something out. Maybe vlogging more throughout the day, I think, so that, you know, I don't, like during the evenings, I can listen to my audiobook, or I can write more during the evenings and things like that. But the vlog doesn't even take that long, so it's not like that's like a huge issue, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm not going to get stressed about why I don't have enough time to be able to do all of the things that I love to do in my life. I mean, I feel so blessed to have the life that I do anyway, you know, that it's just about better time management and stuff like that. I did my October TBR today on my BookTube channel. I'm trying, oh, I just saw lightning in the distance. I hope we're not supposed to be getting more storms. But anyway, I'm smelling like all these weird smells in my car from like outside. I thought I smelled a skunk earlier. Now I don't know what that smell is. It smells like sewer or something. It's coming from outside though. But I'm reading like all of these fun books in October. I hope I get to them. I'm going to read the Hocus Pocus sequel. Well, Hocus Pocus and then the sequel. And then somebody I think on the vlog recommended Kill Creek to me by Scott Thomas, and I already had it on my Audible, so I'm going to read that, and The Chain, and then Now Entering Adamsville by Francesca Zappia, and then The Iceman by Philip Carlo is our book for this month, for the book club, for October. And then Spookathon is like the 14th, I think is when it starts. The 19th or the 14th, I don't know, I'll have to look. And then, maybe the 14th, I don't know when it's 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. 19th is a Saturday, I know that. So, Saturday, Friday, I'll just look it up later. But I'm doing, now I want to know, okay, so if Saturday's the 19th, Friday's the 18th, Thursday's the 17th, Wednesday's the 16th, Tuesday's the 15th, Monday's the 14th. I bet it starts the 14th because it would be that Sunday going into Monday. It would start at midnight. That's got to be when it is, because it's usually Monday to Monday. So, like book readathons are. So that is going to be the 14th through the 21st or something like that. So I'm doing that as 5 books. I don't know what I'm going to read for that. I haven't even started to look yet. I'm going to go to the bookstore and see if there's any Halloween-y books. But I'll probably listen to one. Ooh, more lightning. I'll probably listen to one Audible book for that. I mean, I know I'm not going to read 5 books for that, but I want to participate in it again this year. So anyway, yeah. And then, let's see, what else am I reading? Supermarket. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but it's the singer, Logic. And it's his first book, and it's supposed to be fantastic. And then The Raven Boys. And then V.E. Schwab's The Savage Song, I'm going to try to read this month. Yeah, and then the, what's that book? The Halloween book that I just said. Hocus Pocus and the sequel. So those are the books that I'm going to try to read this month. That's like 9 books. Like, when have I read 9 books ever in the last year? I mean, maybe one month I read 7 or 8, but I think that's like really pushing it. This fellow writer that I know that I'm friends with, she, like, I didn't know that she read a lot. She put out last month, like on the 30th of September, she said, I've read 30 books as of today, this month, or 29 books. Should I push one and try to make it 30 for 30? And I was like, or I think that's what she said. Like, I've read 29 books as of today. Should I try to read one more today and make it 30 for 30? I still have 4 hours left or something. And I thought, are you crazy? Like, that is a book a day. And I know, like, a lot of booktubers try to read a book a day. I, honest to God, don't know how they do it. I don't know where they find the time to just sit there and read a book a day. Even if I listen to Audible and I listen to it on 2 times speed, I mean, there's no way I could get through a book a day unless they were shorter books. I just couldn't do it. You know, I don't know that I could mentally sit there and listen to like just 8 hours of a book constant, unless I was really, really into it. But like, I haven't, like, I don't know, just the last couple of books I've just like needed to like listen to a little bit in piecemeal. That Lock Every Door really stopped my reading kind of like stride. And my friend Anna, I'm really struggling with too. And it was supposed to be done because we have a live stream tomorrow. But when Mel told me like 2 days ago, I was like, well, I'm not rushing to get it done now. But then tonight I was going to start something else. And I thought, no, Peter, just finish it. Just get it done for the books live stream next week. So I was like, I'll just read something else in between it. But if I do that, then I'll be rushing next weekend. So I was like, nope, just get it done. And you know what'll happen is I'll get halfway through it and then I'll fall in love with it. And then I won't be able to like stop listening to it. That's what'll happen. So when I get done, vlogging tonight, I'm gonna listen to that book, and I'm gonna try to like, I mean, I only have to, I only have 4 hours to listen to it, so, because I do listen to it, but I am listening to, I think I'm listening to it on 1.75, she talks really fast already, so, but it's almost 2 times speed, so, it's about 4 hours, you know, between 4 and 5 hours of an audiobook. Ooh, that lightning really flashed. I'm actually going to get off here now because I want to turn around up here. I think this is my turnaround. It's like where it angles out and goes in this little small town, but I don't want to go all the way tonight. So I'm going to get off here now. I hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. It's my favorite day of the week. I hope you're resting for the week ahead and doing something fun, watching TV, going to see a movie, having brunch, sleeping in, taking a nap, hanging out with your family, loved ones, or dogs, doing something fun, doing something memorable. Take a risk, do something different today, try a different kind of ice cream. Life is not a dress rehearsal. Make the most of it. And I have to go down the past it into this little town because there's a car right there where I usually turn around and they're trying to turn. So, and if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day. Stand in the mirror and look at yourself and say, I love you. You're valuable. You're important. Make sure that you tell yourself positive affirmations every day. This day is going to be filled with opportunity. It's going to be a good day. I'm going to be surrounded by people that I love. I'm going to be surrounded by people that love me. And, you know, it's going to be a good day today. And then pass on that compassion, love, and kindness into the rest of the world. Most importantly, make sure that you let somebody else know how important they are to you. And just randomly let somebody know today that they make your day and your life a little bit brighter every single day. So anyway, I love you guys. And it could be anybody. It could be anybody. It could be your barista at the coffee shop. It could be your supervisor. It could be, I don't know, somebody that works at your gas station. It could be your mom. It could be your grandpa. It could be your spouse. Sometimes we say it the least to the people that are the closest to us, and we need to say it more to them. So anyway, make sure that you let somebody know how important they are to you today. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Love ya. Since people say that last little love ya is the one they like the most, I have to always say it. So, I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Love ya.